Welcome to the Iron Horse Roundup. In this episode, we are going to be taking a look at a very special garden railroad located in East Anaheim. The Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad. A backyard railroad dedicated to all things Disney. Here you will see different Disney characters, locations, buildings, structure, and of course, Disney trains. We will start off by exploring this fine railroad and the different characters that inhabit it. Then, we will interview the man himself behind this creative project and what his plans are for the future of it. Characters included are the Disney princesses, the Disney fairies, which are Tinkerbell and her friends, the Pixar characters, the Disney villains, and of course, Mickey and his friends, among many, many others from cinema across the decades of Disney. Trains that are featured include the E.P. Ripley, Casey Jr., and the Big Thunder Mine Train, as well as the C.K. Holiday, which is my personal favorite Disney locomotive, which will be only sitting on the side tracks. This railroad is many years in the making, and I must say it is one of the finest garden railroads I have ever seen down here in Orange County of California. Definitely very creative. It's almost like a miniature Disneyland, although that's not what the owner's intent was. He'll explain more in the interview. Anyway, that's all I got to say for now. Let's get ready to enjoy the Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad in action.
When Jeff was watching the operation, I go, because you had all these pre-cut, you know, from either going by that piece of
We will now talk to Dave Shegog, the man who built the railroad, and will explain its history as well as its plans for the future. So, Dave, what can you tell us about outside what we just saw?
Well, we've just had a monthly meeting of the Orange County Garden Railroad Society, and they've come out to visit the Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad. That is the Disney-themed backyard railroad that we've built here. And it is, a lot of people call it a mini Disneyland, but it really isn't that. It's a garden railroad that has Disney themes, so different aspects of it. Buildings showcased, or films showcased, or the trains are similar, but the rest of the layout, it's really not trying to mimic Disneyland, but it has Disney elements to it.
Right. So, how long have you been working on this railroad?
Well, we started planning it in 1997 and started construction in 1999, which would have been this is 2024, so that's 25 years ago. And we did our first open house. It was somewhere between 2000 and 2002. I'm not sure exactly when we did the first one, but and we've been doing them ever since. And now it's become kind of a community event, sponsored through Eventbrite, is the website that we use to make reservations and such. And now we host open houses in the spring and in the fall. In the spring, it's always in the month of May. It's usually every Saturday and Sunday. So that'll be 8 sessions with 250 people at each. So there's about 2,000 slots available in the spring. We do the same thing in October, so about another 2,000 visitors will come in October. And most of them are Disney fans. They want to come and they enjoy the Disney aspect. But like today's group are model railroaders and they're railroad fans. So we do get a good mix here.
Well, I did enjoy seeing a lot of my favorite Disney characters out there. So, I mean, it is really well done. I can't wait to see what your plans are for the future. So, why don't you tell us about your plans for the future of this railroad?
Okay, well, right now the railroad is primarily for passive viewing, that visitors will come and take their time, walk around, look at what they want to see, and they may see the whole thing in 10 minutes, or if they're really observant and want to really dive into it, they might spend several hours. But the additions we're going to build are going to be more like Disney attractions, where they have a start time, a finish time, and then it moves on and then another group comes in. So, and that's going to be the Rainbow Caverns, and will be one of those, and Galaxy's Edge will be the much larger one. The Rainbow Caverns will take about 10 people at a time, and Galaxy's Edge will take about 30 people at a time. So the way we plan on doing it is when people arrive and sign in, they will get a colored pass, like an orange pass, the purple pass, the red pass, and we'll give out those in blocks of how many we can accommodate. For instance, Galaxy's Edge can accommodate 30, so we'll have 30 red passes to go out. And then those people can watch, look at the railroad kind of as the queue where they're killing time or waiting their turn to go into one of the attractions. And so when they're boarding pass, because actually the Galaxy's Edge is going to be themed, it's the storyline behind it is going to be that you have bought a ticket with Star Tours to take you to the Outer Rim and Black Spire Outpost for an evening of dining and dancing. And when your ticket gets called, the Star Tours attendant will say, you know, now boarding the Orange Pass, etc. And then all the people that are observing the railroad now will make their way over to Galaxy's Edge, come on in there, the door will close, and then it's going to be an enclosed show where there will be all types of special effects,
Awesome.
projections on the wall, there will be space battle, there's going to be laser shows, we have holographic projections, and it's going to be different than what the other things are here, because it won't be railroad themed, it'll be Star Wars themed.
All right, well, so that all being said, are there any plans for like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway? Or the are you gonna? I noticed you have the horse-drawn trolley by the castle. Are you gonna put a loop of track for that?
Not particularly. Right now, the major energy is going into the Rainbow Caverns and Galaxy's Edge.
Awesome.
Everything else will be more into a maintenance mode, because as much work as it takes to build things, it requires more work to maintain them. Because to come back and repair something that's undergone the weather, is actually frankly more difficult than building it initially and taking however the repair needs to be done. And so I think that if I can maintain what we built up to this point and keep it all in not just good working condition, but actually one of the gentlemen I was talking to during the open house has been here several times. He says, you know what I like about this railroad? Whenever I come, everything seems immaculate. Like when you go to Disneyland, every square inch of the place is themed in some way and well cared for and just beautifully done. And I want to try and keep this railroad always in that condition, because
Of course.
nature takes its course, and left to their own, everything decays and breaks down, and
True.
weeds grow, and paint fades, and mechanics fail. It's always a battle. And so right now the main thought of what has been built to this point is get on a maintenance program where I will actually have scheduled maintenance for each thing, where buildings come in for repaint or repair and repaint, whatever is needed. and like I said, the energy for new construction will be on these 2 new features. And then once those are finished, then just the maintenance of the whole thing. I'm hoping to be retired by that point because I still work Monday through Friday all day long, and I don't have really time for the railroad. So I'm hoping at that time we can maybe have more events here, or just where it'll become more of the focus rather than out just making a living.
Well, there you have it, Iron Horse fans. This is Dave Shegog of the Castle and Thunder Peak Railroad.
Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad.
Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad. All right.
And before you go, though, those letters, Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad, CPTRR. That's the website if you want to see photographs or there's lots of videos there, or the how-tos of how we built things. Again, that's CPTRR.com.
All right. Good to know. Thank you for your time, Dave.
Okay, thanks, Nathan.
And now for a railroad history fact. Did you know the Disneyland monorail was the first operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere? Opened in 1959 at Disneyland Resort, California. Well, that's all the time we have, folks. I hope you enjoyed this look at this fine railroad known as the Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad. I'm Iron Horse Fan, and I will see you down the line on the High Iron. Thanks for watching.